Hello and welcome to a Digital Diamond Baseball version 9 video on the library management page, which is the first page you'll see when you run the application. The first thing you're going to want to do on this page is start installing any of the many free libraries. You can do that by clicking Install Library button. This gives you a list of all of the available libraries online that you can download. I'm going to select the 2019 season library and install that library here locally. Okay, once the library is installed, first thing that you want to be aware of is this backup button right here. This backup button allows you to create a backup of your library at any time, and it'll be stored inside the backups folder in your Digital Diamond data files folder. And it allows you to enter a backup tag, which allows you to describe some information or description of what your library is or what state it's in when you back it up, which will help you figure out which one you want to restore later. You can back up as often as you like, and you should back up often. That way, if anything ever terrible happens to your library, you accidentally delete all your players or something, you'll always have a backup that you can get to quickly. Okay, once you do a backup, you can easily restore a backup by clicking on the Restore a Backup button up top here, and then go to your Backups folder in your Digital Diamond Data Files folder and pick the backup you want to restore. Click OK, and it will overwrite if that library already exists in your collection, or install it fresh if it doesn't. All right, next thing is good to know about is the Notes button here. It allows you to store and view library notes. You can see here's the library notes for the Great Teams library, which comes installed by default. A beautiful job by a customer here to build this library, and you can see there's really beautiful extensive notes for all the teams in that library. Okay, let's talk a little bit about organizing your libraries. You can do this many different ways. The way I like to do is use the library groups to create a collection of libraries that are fresh and clean and untouched. And then I like to copy those when I want to actually do things with the library. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a new library group. I'm going to call it Originals. And that creates a group here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the library that I just installed into Originals. And I'm going to do that with all of my libraries, actually, because all of these are clean installs. And then I have a place where I have libraries where I know that they haven't been messed around with. And then when I'm ready to do something with a library, for example, maybe I want to do a replay with the 2019, I'm going to create a save as, which creates a copy. I'll call it 2019 replay. And that'll put it in my favorites group. And this will be the ones that I'm currently playing with or working with. And whenever I'm done with them, I can delete them and then create a new copy to do something else different. And I never really change these originals. That's how I like to organize them, but it's up to you. You can create as many of these groups as you like and put your libraries in any of them. And by the way, you can collapse and expand these as well. So when the favorites always stays expanded, but all your other groups you can expand and collapse as you wish. Okay, another thing you can do on this page is create brand new libraries, which we'll go into detail in another tutorial. And then, of course, you can open up your libraries and start to use them. So let's open up this new 2019 replay. And that takes me away from the main library management page. And I'm now at the main menu. If you want to get back to the library management, you just click on this Open a Different Library button. It brings you back to where we were. And then I can go back into the main menu. Okay, as you can see, there's all kinds of buttons here that take you to all kinds of really fun pages, and there will be tutorials about every one of these pages. The two buttons I want to show you quickly here are the Play Ball button, which allows you to play a scheduled game or an exhibition game, and the Restart button, which allows you to restart a season replay. So if you want to reset everything and play again, or reset the career stats, so if you want to reset the career stats that have been accumulating all along, or you can restart the season, which clears everything out and turns your library into a career library, which allows your players to age over time. And there's special tutorials on that, which you can watch later. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. You can go on and watch other tutorials about all these different pages. But the one I suggest next is the tutorial on how to play a game.